Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? This right here is the 2023 Chevy Colorado Trailboss. And I'm gonna give you guys an outside walk around, an inside tour, and tell you pretty much everything you need to know about it. All right guys, so the Trailboss is like the value off-road package. That's kind of what they're catering this to. So it's got like the essentials for off-roading, but minus, all the fluff, all the little fancy little bits that you don't need, or most people really don't care about when they want to go off-roading. And that really shows in like kind of the front appearance of this thing. So as you can see up front, it's got basically the work truck front fascia. It's all black, it's all plastic. I mean, it's a little dirty here, but I kind of like it dirty. It ran through some mud, so I appreciate that. But yeah, it's all black, flat black plastic all throughout. It's got the basic grille. This is like a little painted panel, but like who cares, right? And then everything here is plastic. No fog lights. If you look at the LED lights, they're also just basic halogen lights, not the LEDs. You can get them, but like I like the fact that it's standard. It comes with just basic lights, and it's not trying to be anything fancy. These things break, easy to replace, cheap to replace, all that good stuff. You do get this one in this nice yellow. This is what we're looking at here, and it pops. It does look unique. Not probably my first choice, to be honest, but it looks cool. Then you get the nice little indents in the hood that are across all Colorados. And then this one does have the Trailboss badging up there, which is nice. But aside from that, guys, it's pretty simple as far as front looks go. But like I said, this is kind of off-road focused, off-road ready. You do get a 3.5-inch wider track than a base Colorado, and that's even wider than the Z71. So it is more, I guess, off-road focused than even the Z71 package. And it's not as wide as the ZR2. It's not going to have the same suspension geometry as the ZR2, but it's pretty close. You get slightly, obviously different, the Multimatics on that. This one does not have the Multimatic dampers, but you do get wider control arms to get you that wider track ultimately. This one does have the 18-inch blacked out wheel, which is caked in mud, which I honestly think look better because of that. Has the Wrangler Territory MT tires, and this one does have the wider fenders off the ZR2. These plastic fenders, they're not like the ones on the Z71. Those are a little bit narrower. These are a lot wider. Going on the side here, you get these nice little body lines that go across, kind of merge into the door panel. Blacked out mirror caps. Surrounds of the door are black, but you don't get the blacked out here. At least on this one. Colorado badging right there. Not the keyless entry on the door, no button here. It's just flat black on the door handles. Keep it simple. Keep it cheap to replace. This one doesn't have any, side railing like you do on the ZR2. You can probably fit your own. I honestly think it's an opportunity for you to just do it aftermarket if you'd like. And you get the same wide fenders on the back as well. And this one has a locking rear differential standard. It is based on wheel slip. So since it's 120 RPM wheel slip differential or wheel speed difference between left and right rear axle, it'll lock. It's a G80 locker. So that's kind of how that one works. It's not electronically locking rear differential. You do get the Trailboss on this one, a little vinyl on there, which look nice. And in the back, basic halogen, simple bulb that you can just replace on the headlights. And then this one does have the side step. So unlike the ZR2, you actually get a side step, and it's got that fine texture. This one's caked up, but same thing up here. Then you get the rear bumper, which is painted. It's a gloss black, but the outside steps are flat black. And then in the back, you do get the Chevy stamped in the back. It is your tailgate soft open. This does also have the trailer package with your connections and your receiver. Let's talk about the truck bed. It is a 5-foot truck bed. This one does have 8 tie downs already standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But you can get up to 17 tie downs. See all these plugs that are up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 8, that's 17. So you can get up to 17 tie downs on a single truck bed, which is pretty insane. You get these indents over here, which is nice. You can put some 2x4s if you want to actually utilize your truck in different ways. There's that little indents up top right there. Those little indents are just kind of make a nice little groove for if you want to put mountain bikes or some bikes. They can just kind of line up in there. And then what's it called? You also get the optional is this tailgate that has the storage. I'll just open this up for you guys. I don't like the fact that when you lift it up, you kind of get caught by the cable, but it's nice that that little pull tab rests so it doesn't fly all the way open. And this does have a drain plug. That threaded insert, which is for the kicker stand, kicker audio, that is optional if you want to add that on, or you can just use this kind of as a DIY. Thread something on there, make it easy to stow some more equipment in here, and it is nice and weather sealed, so that's good. You can close it up, push it in, lock it in place. Same thing here. You kind of have to push it down, which it's not ideal. I wish you could kind of just close it, but it needs to be pressed in so you can actually get a nice seal on that. And then the ruler, like I mentioned earlier, lift that up. It's pretty lightweight. That Chevy stamp in the back. But yeah, honestly, I like the wider stance, wider track. It looks good, and it's honestly what you really need. If you want to put your own wheels and tires, biggest tire package you fit on this is 33s. Smallest wheel you can fit on these are 17s. So if you want to maximize your rubber, that's kind of what you're looking at there. Let's hop inside here and kind of show you where we get into on that as far as the basic interior. I'm telling you, it's basic. Plastics. I'm literally like, everything's plastic. Speaker grill, but like, I like that. It's easy to clean this thing if you get it dirty. You get floor mats on this. You can get rubber ones if you want. Plastic here, no like fancy door sill stuff. Seats are basic cloth fabric. They are power adjustable. You get a lumbar, but there are no memory seats like you would in a Z71. Just keep that in mind. Like I said, this has a trailer package, so your trailer control here, adjustable brightness, simple vents. The plastic, there's not even any fancy trim. It's kind of like the work truck in here. No leather wrap steering wheel, just a basic polyurethane or rubber, whatever you want to call it, steering wheel. And I could appreciate that. I don't want to worry about getting things, messy and dirty. If it's easy to clean, this will last you a lot longer, and it'll do the job just fine. All right, let's hop inside here and kind of get into it a little more. Because this is the Trailboss, you do get some off-road equipment in here. Nice little animation, shows up on all Colorados. Because this is standard, 8-inch center screen, 11.3-inch touchscreen with Google built-in, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You do your camera views. This does not have the underbody. We saw that on the Z71, I believe. And then on the ZR2, you'll get a way wider center display, goes edge to edge. This one is just 8 inches. So keep that in mind. Let's start this thing up. So as far as front goes, you just get that alert up top for like forward collision, no heads-up display on any of them. You get a lot less switch gear here. Auto start stop, hazards, and your lane keep. USB ports. You don't get the all window roll down option on this, at least on this specific vehicle. No wireless charger here. Just a nice little pad. You can put your phone and you plug it in like a normal person. And then this one has your transfer case controls, 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low, and your auto. And then you have your drive mode selectors, off-road mode, tow haul, terrain, and then back to normal. And then on the ZR2, you get the Baja mode, which is unique to that vehicle. Standard 8-speed automatic, cup holders here. And these are the off-road menus. You get Baja, so it has your pitch, roll, your different G's here. Sorry, steering angle, and your transfer case setting, terrain. You have, what should be there? Oh, this should show something. Doesn't. Reset values. Okay. I thought that should have your telemetry and stuff, but that doesn't. Okay. Then you have your overlanding, your compass, altitude, and stuff. And then here, center screen is kind of customizable between the different menus. So you have that, right? As far as center console goes, it's rubber, no leather here. Opens up. I have some cables in there, a little cubby. I've seen that in other vehicles. Come up top here, no sunroof. Only one button or one light. You don't have individual lights, so it is pretty basic, guys. They cut costs, but this is supposed to be the budget one. Like, I mean, I don't think anyone cares about having individual lights. I could have honestly cared less or not even noticed the difference. You go here, you have your sun visor, which doesn't have lights. That is a more basic, what's up, guys, setup. But it does, it blocks light and sunlight from getting inside, and then it doesn't slide. So keep that in mind. Base does not slide. If you want that as a more probably convenience package, it'll come with that. You do not get the dual zone climate control. It's just fan speed, temperature. But like, again, wasn't even asking for that. No heated ventilated seats. Heated seat would have been nice, not gonna lie, but I'm sure that's optionable on this vehicle. And again, guys, plastic. No fancy trim, no fancy graphics, no gimmicks. To be honest, it's a basic truck. This is kind of like what I see is like, if you want a platform to start off with to build, you get this. If you don't want, you really want bare bones and want nothing, you want to start from scratch, you get a work truck, you get the rear locker, you get your four-wheel drive, you get your high output engine. You can technically build your own, but like if you want something to start off with, this is the one to go with. Let's talk about the back seats real quick, and then we'll talk about powertrain at the end. So one of the back seats, guys, you don't even get the cup holders or armrest down here. It's a little baby headrest for the middle, your sliding glass window out back, and then for the cloth back seats, it's pretty simple. You have leather lever if you want to lift this up. Storage here, and then you lift that up, folds down. No USB ports, just vents, no wall outlet, just a blank panel. And then no seat back pockets, which is a little annoying, but again, basic. I'm going back to the door panel, guys. Plastic. Actually, no, it's a little rubber, soft, but plastic. Even the matte black door handle, which I actually prefer over the chrome. To be honest, it's a lot nicer, less tackier. Close that up. Fuel cap, simple. It's capless fuel filler. Easy peasy. Let's close that up. Let's open up the hood here and get underneath and talk about that. So, like on all Trail Bosses, you'll get the LR3, not the high output, the Turbo Plus model engine, which sits in between the pack, but that is what comes standard. You could option up to the high output if you'd like, and that gets the 430 pound-feet of torque that I feel like most people will want. But aside from that, guys, it's a 2.7 liter turbocharged four-cylinder. And they use a lot of diesel technology when developing this to really get those the durability up, as well as the torque values up, which is cool to see. I'm sure there's some videos out there deep diving into the engine. It is also used on the Silverado, this engine, but that is as far as this vehicle goes, you only get it in 8-speed automatic. This one comes with that four-wheel drive. So you guys, that's gonna wrap it up here for this video. But yeah, I honestly see this as like a TRD off-road competitor, but less fancy on the inside and more ready for your own modifications. $37,000, it is a lot of money, but for what you're getting mechanically speaking, is a modern truck with the basic suspension setup that you'd want just to go off-road from the factory. You could do your own tire setup, wheel setup for this vehicle. You do have the wider track, which is great. You can lift it. The ZR2 has an inch above this thing. This is a 2-inch lift. That one has a 3-inch lift. So it is capable, and you could run your own shocks, do that yourself. This doesn't have multimatics. You don't have to get that on the car, throw it away, and put your own. They did beat this up compared to the Z71. You have rebound springs on the suspension, so that's important to know. If you do go to max droop, it won't just let it drop. You hear a nice little clunk. This will actually act as rebound spring, so it'll help that aspect of it out. But yeah, guys, overall, I think this is probably one of my more favorite trims. I'd take this over a Z71 in my opinion, and then just do what I want to do with it afterwards. And it's pretty much as close as you're gonna get to a ZR2 without getting a ZR2. But that actually, to be honest, though, the ZR2 is gonna be very different than this. It's gonna have its own frame, its own body, its own suspension, but based off obviously the Colorado. So we'll hear more about that when that comes out. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.